Are you a little kitty cat that was spurned in your desire to become a puppy chef?
What?
Yeah, there's an academy specifically for puppies that teaches puppies how to cook. You can become a chef as a puppy. But if you're a cat, presumably you cannot go to the puppy academy to learn how to cook.
That seems fair to me. You're not a dog, so why can you go to the puppy academy?
You make a good point. Maybe there's a cat academy and the cat just didn't want to go there, you know?
You know, I'm all for people having dreams, but let's face it, sometimes there are things you just can't do.
Especially as a cat. Dogs are better. We all know this.
Dogs are better. They are higher up on the scale because they're closer to humans.
And they're our best friends. Although, of course, we both like cats, too.
I have a cat. I have a cat 10 feet away from me right now, but that doesn't change the fact that I also have a dog 8 feet away from me.
So this is Puppy Chef Academy. Hey guys, I'm Crypto Spook.
And this is Moriarty, and I'm legitimately confused as to what this game is.
This is a cooking game as a cat, learning from dogs.
It doesn't explain it.
You're cooking, clearly. Obviously, that's what you're doing. So, some problems immediately, right off the bat, with this game. Number one, you are forcing me to look at something in order to advance the storyline. And not only are you forcing me to look at it, but it's at such an odd angle that my neck hurt almost immediately.
Oh, good.
It's like I had to stare at like my feet to get this thing to work. It was bad. I was very upset.
Oh, what is this? You can't throw out the garbage? The garbage comes back?
Yeah, the garbage comes back, just in case you lose your garbage.
That is... No. No! I do not accept this, okay? Because you know what? I've played Job Simulator, and I happen to know that the fun part is throwing crap around the restaurant.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game.
You don't get to give me my trash back! It's not how this works.
Also, the hitboxes for the hands, like, the hands are... Imagine if you were a bear wearing boxing gloves. That's about how well the interaction worked between your hands and different things in the game.
It appears that they made a very common first-time VR mistake, which is that they tried to make everything realistic, and that doesn't really work in VR. When we're talking about a game like this, I really think that you've got to play Job Simulator, you've got to play, you know, Rick and Morty. You've got to do those games because they've spent a lot of time and a lot of money figuring out what works and what doesn't for VR. Especially Rick and Morty, because they took all of the stuff they learned from Job Simulator and took it into the sequel, which was Rick and Morty. So if you're going to do a game like this, you've got to, at the very least, go ahead and grab Rick and Morty, play it, and say, oh, I see why they have these big levers and these giant things you touch, because it's VR. You just can't do it like that.
Yep, and it's exactly like using... If you're a bear and wearing boxing gloves, that's exactly what it's like. But nothing in this game irritated me more than staring at a prompt to advance the screen. I feel like this was not developed specifically on the Vive. This was an Oculus game that probably also happens to work with Vive. This game was actually designed by a group of students as their 3-month project. They made this game in 3 months. And I would say for 3 months of effort from students, they did a pretty darn good job. This is better than some of the professionally released games I've seen on the market.
Okay, fair enough. At the same time, though, would you buy this?
Maybe. If it was more polished, perhaps?
But I'm talking about in its current form, because if it's a student project, it's probably not going to be taken any further, right? In its current form, would you pay money for this?
I would probably not pay... I mean, I would probably pay money dollars because they got a great title. The game concept is cool. It's like Job Simulator. I'm like, hey, that's something that's right up my alley. I really liked that game. I'll try it again. And it's got dogs. And I would probably refund this game, to be honest.
In its current form, it's not worth paying for, because if you paid for it, you would refund it. And I think it's fair to say that it has a lot of good concepts, and it has dogs in it, which, I mean, come on now. If it has dogs in it, you know instantly you're getting a sale. But if it's at the point where you're saying, okay, yeah, but I'm going to refund it, then I don't think it's worth it. Thankfully, at the moment, it's free. In its current form, it is free. You can go try it out.
It is worth it to try it out because it's free. Unfortunately, you just watched the entirety of the game, so you know what, I can't even really recommend that.
Which is totally fair. You've seen the entire game right here. There's not a lot there. It's probably not worth it to even put on your headset to play it, but it does have some cool concepts there, simply because it's taking concepts that we've seen done well elsewhere. And it has dogs. I mean, really.
And the talking from what is this? This is Animal Crossing, right? Where they're like kind of like chirruping at you.
I don't know. I've never played Animal Crossing.
I imagine this is what birds sound like when they talk to each other. Okay, guys, so that is Puppy Chef Academy. Is this something that's up your alley? Is this something that you want to spend your time doing? Do you want to see another 14 hours of gameplay here where you can be the puppy chef? If they made the dogs cuter and more interactable and you had the choice of being a cat or a dog? Are these things that matter to you?
If they're going to continue this, if these students are going to make this a real game, they're going to continue making it, and they're actually going to try and put in the effort and all of that, I'd like to see a cooking game done well. I mean, who doesn't want to take on Chef Gordon Bonesley?
That sounds like a play on Gordon Ramsay.
That was an attempt at a play on Gordon Ramsay.
I see what they did there.
But I did it.
Oh, that's very witty and clever.
I deserve applause. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. If you did like it, though, go ahead and check out another one of those videos right there up in the corner. And as always,
we'll see you on the next one.